Hello, amazing people. I greet you wherever you're hearing the sound of my voice from at this time. And once again, I want to say Happy New Year, to every one of you. Like I've always said, this is the year of our total restoration and the year that we're going to get to the very top of whatever it is that we're into. Okay. So, still on the Ooni of Ife's stories that are coming out at this time, especially as it has to do with stories coming from the Agodi Correctional Center, where we still have our own dear Queen Naomi at this moment. I want to say this story that is coming out now, if it is true, is a great one and it's actually the way to go. So they said reprieve. Reprieve is on the way for Queen Naomi as Baba Ijebu is rumored to have donated 80 million naira as part of compensation for the bereaved families. Yes, you heard me well. You recall that not too long ago, Baba Ijebu, as he's fondly called, together with some eminent Nigerians, visited the Agodi correctional facility, just to see things for himself. Upon hearing he had made some commitments, some promises. So I'm not surprised that as a man who keeps to his words, he has gone further, to make this a donation, and he's said to have, according to the rumor, okay, which is already making the rounds to the social media, like I said, Baba Ijebu made this donation while with the governor of Oyo State, wherein he begged, for he begged the bereaved families, to consider the good intentions of Queen Naomi, especially looking at her past, successful hosting, in different locations, and again, also consider the fact that all she wanted to do was to bring joy to the joy and smiles, to the faces of these children who unfortunately have now left us. Okay, so he was also rumored to have visited Queen Naomi at the Correctional Center in Ibadan recently, like I said, and that was when he actually made some of those commitments, which I think he's now, trying to fulfill right now. Okay, so now you may want to ask, for those of you who don't know who Baba Ijebu is, where yours sincerely has done some report about this man. I think some few months ago, and at the highlight of those reports we did about him was when he donated that iconic building, the Odua Heritage House, that was worth 1 billion naira to the Ooni of Ife, and the commissioning of that building, that masterpiece of building, that has like one-stop shop that has everything, press center, cinema, events, everything, is right there. It's a masterpiece and it's right there in the palace. So with these stories about him, for those of you who don't know, but just to make a summary of who he is for those who did not go through those earlier stories, okay? Now, Baba Ijebu, otherwise known as Chief Kessitin Adebukunola Adebutu, is a renowned industrialist, an astute businessman and philanthropist to the core. Yes, this is the aspect that we should resonate with a lot of us. The man is a philanthropist to the core. Yeah, and he has just demonstrated that once again with this a heavy donation of 80 million naira. Okay, he was born, in Iperu, Remu. For those of you who live around, who are from Ungu State or live around that houses, you will know, you will have heard this name before. Remu, it's in Ogun State. So Baba Jebu life journey, has been that of resilience, business acumen, and a deep commitment to philanthropy. Okay, you heard me well. His foray into business began in the 1960s, where he ventured into agriculture, focusing on poultry farming at that time. Okay, where he also made a name. Okay, however, it was in the 70s, that he found his true calling in lottery business. Yes. And I know why it is being referred to as his true calling, because you and I know what Baba Ijebu, you know, has become today in the lottery business in Nigeria. Okay, so his registered lottery business, was what later grew to become the household name that you hear of today, Baba Ijebu. No one even remembers his actual name. Everyone refers to him as Baba Ijebu because of the how legendary, I mean, the lottery company has become as at today. Okay, so he has also made substantial investment in healthcare, education, and some other investment that time will not allow us to begin to list here. He recently donated the Udua Heritage Masterclass of Building that was worth 1 billion naira to the palace of Ooni of Ife, like I mentioned not too long ago. Okay, so Baba Ijebu, as he's fondly called, remains a respected figure embodying the spirit of perseverance and success in Nigeria's dynamic economic landscape. Okay, so he's not an ordinary person. He's not just within the Southwest, but all over Nigeria. He's a well known individual with a very great personality. Okay, so it's very instructive that this show of love, is coming straight from him at this time. Okay, it's no surprise, you know, you know, uh, for a lot of us because we have always followed these philanthropic interventions, and a lot of which are already out there in the public media. So, according to this report, he's calling, for the bereaved families, okay, to temper mercy with justice, a temper, okay, especially taking cognizance of the fact that Queen Naomi was also out to help out before the devil struck. Okay, the truth of the matter is that all Queen Naomi wanted to do, by calling out these kids, by even taking the intervention to the fun fair to Ibadan, all she wanted to do was to, bring smiles, smiles and joy to these kids who, much of the time are so impoverished, so hungry, so most, so for the fact that she wanted to bring smile to their faces, and this happened, it is not, it's enough reason for us to have some level of empathy, or you want to call it sympathy for her as well. So that is what Baba Ijebu is saying at this time. Everyone knows that Queen Naomi did not call out these kids, for them to be massacred. She never, planned that. It was all for their good. But unfortunately, we are where we are today. So this money that is being donated, uh, please don't misconstrue it to mean that it replaces the lives of these innocent kids. No, not at all. But these families will have suffered a lot. This money, if together with any other one that will be added to it, it's just a way, to show, okay, you have suffered this, you have suffered that. This little thing, by the time it goes round, might help them. Soften the hardship and this punishment, whether mental, physical, whatever, that they might have gone through. Because and it's acceptable in our different faiths. That when people suffer this sort of calamity, monetary compensations are not out of place, and I think that is where Baba Ijebu is coming from right now. So I want to really use this opportunity to appreciate Baba Ijebu. That is, if this story, this rumor that we've heard is actually true, we want to use this opportunity to appreciate Baba Ijebu and thank him profusely for all what he does, what he has been doing, especially this very one right now. We want to appreciate him and pray that God gives him uh, the grace, and the wisdom, to continue to carry on like this. We wish him good health and everything that he desires in this life because he has set the ball rolling. And I want to believe that other eminent personalities and philanthropists might, join the queue and intervene one way or the other. Okay, so this is the story that came out at this time. And I want to say that this is actually coming as one of the best news I've heard of recent, and is a big, big relief. That's why I'm not surprised that we are titling this story "A Relief for Queen Naomi, because by the time everything goes well, and like I said, if this story is true, then I'm sure very soon we should be hearing some good news coming out. Okay. So this is what came out at this time, and we decided to bring it to your doorstep. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure of the accuracy of this story. That is why I said it is still within the realm of rumor, okay? But I'm hoping and believing that it is true, okay? So, what do you think about this story? Please kindly leave your comment in the comment section. I'm going to be back soon. God bless you.